Aries, hey, how are you? It's Lisa, and I'm here to do the mid-month reading for September 2022. It's going to be a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. If you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoy it and you'll come back to see me again. And for those of you who have been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. Let's get for Aries, what do they need to know for mid-month of September 2022? All right, we got the Empress, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the World, and the Ten of Cups. All right, let's see what we can find out from this, and then we'll clarify with a different deck and pull a couple oracle cards at the end. All right, looks like Aries, your energy right now is feeling like almost very nurturing, like you want something to grow. I don't know what exactly it is, but you want to be able to put a lot of compassion and energy into building something to fruition, like just nurturing it. That's okay, I said that. But yeah, just nurturing something. But right here we have that what you actually want right now is maybe some drama, maybe some chaos. Now this makes, I don't know why you would want that, because this card always reminds me of people that are kind of like arguing, but nobody's listening to each other. Almost reminds me of Twitter fighting. You know, it's like nobody's listening. Everyone's just like, ugh. So I'm wondering is there something that you have an argument about, and so you want to argue more? Or is it, I mean, like that. Maybe when we clarify, it'll make more sense. But right now, it just seems like that's what you're looking to do. You want to have you want drama, all right? But now what, this energy of the Queen of Cups comes up as what you're afraid of. And I don't, this could represent a person, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Doesn't have to though. This could just be male or female. It doesn't matter. It could be anybody. Or it could just be this part of you where you're, you know, very compassionate, caring, emotionally stable. And so are you afraid of expressing your emotions? Are you afraid of the vulnerability that comes with those emotions, those kind of feelings? Like opening up yourself like that, you know, might make you just, maybe you're unnerved. Because, I mean, over here you like feel very nurturing and wanting to, you know, take care of something and make it grow. But you're like coming in like you're nervous to do it. You're afraid to do it. Or, again, it could be a person, but I really feel like this might be just more you. You know, to have all those feelings and put them out might make you just feel kind of, I don't know, uncomfortable, I guess. Now, what is actually going for you is this Four of Pentacles. Now, this could be where, you know, you're going through a time where you have to, you know, watch your pennies. You're trying to save. You're trying to be a little more frugal. And so, you know, that's a good sign. It's going for you that way. But it also might be not sharing, not giving up too much of your time, your energy. You know, for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be money, but just like giving up too much of what you don't have a lot of to you know, to like do. You know, like just like Okay, the frugality of not just money, but it could be, other things. Now the world comes up. This is weird. This comes up as what's going against you. And this is like fulfillment and success and knowing that you're on the right path. So I'm not sure why this will come up like it's against you, except for the fact that maybe it's happening too fast. Maybe you're not ready to be done. Like you're not ready to have whatever this is be over or be complete. Maybe you're still, because right here I have the outcome. And this comes up as like, like your Ten of Cups. It's like happily ever after. And Ten of Cups is whatever your Ten of Cups is. I mean, it doesn't always have to be, the married couple with the kids and the dog and the picket fence. It doesn't have to be that. But whatever you would feel your Ten of Cups is. So if that's your outcome, or possible outcome, why would completing this be not going against you? Well, we're going to clarify, and then maybe we'll come up with something that makes sense. And as it is, it's general, so I mean, I could be picking up a whole bunch of different people, but it's not going to resonate with everybody. Did I say that? I'm repeating myself too. Found out Mercury retrograde is tomorrow, and that's why I'm mumbling my words, and my camera keeps shutting off, and all kinds of crazy stuff. All right, what about this Empress? Tell me about this Empress. All right, the Queen of Cups. And the Three of Swords. Well, that's okay. All right, so if this Queen of Cups is your energy, or maybe somebody in your environment, this same somebody that's over here maybe, and I feel like you're afraid of being hurt by them, or are you afraid of hurting them? Because it's general, so you can flip it back and forth however it works, but I just feel like somebody's afraid of getting hurt. And why would that be? The Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords. I can tell about the Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords. And the Devil. All right, that actually makes more sense. What we're talking about here being vulnerable because of the feelings that you want to project. You want to be able to be, this compassionate, emotional, but emotionally stable person. You're very caring, putting a lot of your heart into the situation. You're afraid that this guy, he gives you false beliefs. He puts things in your head that are not true, and he will give you so many doubts and so much negativity towards something that you will actually have a hard time, moving forward, because you're like going to feel like, so I feel like you don't want to hurt somebody, or you're afraid you're going to get hurt. It's because of that energy. So you need to actually push that energy away, because it's probably not going to happen, because you got 10 of Cups over here. And it's just a matter of how you handle that, like, how you realize that's not necessarily going to happen. There's no reason for that to happen. So what about this Five of Wands? All right, the Eight of Wands and Strength. All right, so that makes sense too. All right, so you went through this feeling of, drama and chaos, and I feel like that had something to do with him, because that's what was in your head, and maybe you just thought, well, maybe we just fight it out, we could get past it. But I feel like if you use your confidence, your inner strength, and go by your own feelings, you're going to push through this. It's not even going to be something that's going to be a blip on the screen anymore. But you have to push through it to get away from that. So what about this Queen of Cups? This Queen of Cups. All right, you got the Page of Swords and Judgment. All right, well, your page, this is like, you might be looking into new ideas on something, or a new way to communicate with, if represents a person to you, you may be looking for a new way to communicate, because maybe that's what'll happen. What happens here as you push through whatever this is. I mean, I don't even know what you're communicating about, but something, and I'm assuming it's in a relationship because of that Ten of Cups over here. And you're going to find a new way to do it. And while you're finding a new way, you're reviewing everything, the decisions you made that lead up to this, or however this works out. And if things if you didn't make the right decisions, or you don't feel like you made the right decisions, everything's not permanent. Like, you could always change it. Like, you could always fix it. You could always try to make whatever better if something came about it, because it's almost like you get an insight in your head, like what you could do and how you'd be able to do it, and you're going to figure out a new way to communicate with them and be able to use your common sense and your strength and your willpower to avoid the negative vibes that you're getting from that guy. So what about this? This four tokens, 4 Pentacles. Oh, the Empress again. And the 9 of Swords. Well, you're all up and down, aren't you? So I feel like, okay, you got this. I feel like you pushed past it. It's fine. You're not going to hurt them. They're not going to hurt you. And you want it again. You want to do the nurturing. You want to do the caring and love and be vulnerable and compassionate with each other. But you're still stressed out about it. Like, I feel like even though you're going to do this, because now you figured out, I'm going to be able to communicate, and I've looked into it, and I'm going to see it this way, or we're not going to pay attention to him, and we're going to do it all here, and you still are stressing. But I think you're going to. So I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like this is just going to be your go-to. Maybe just because right now, for whatever it is, this is not a permanent situation. That's what Judgment always is saying. It's not a permanent situation. It's for the now. So what about World? Why wouldn't we want to complete? Let's see what we can find out about the World. Page of Staffs. And a Page of Cups. Alright, so there's a lot of, alright, you have new ideas and potential, possibilities, and curiosity. Alright, so it could be that there's a lot of new things coming, and maybe that's what, even though you were on the right path, maybe you're just feeling like it wasn't the perfect path, like it wasn't the right time perfectly. Because there's still so much more things to do. And I mean, this could be, with just you, or with you and whoever else is involved. And just like, like a lot of new ideas and a lot of, possibilities. So I feel like maybe that's why you're not looking for this completion yet. And what about this 10 of Cups? so you got the Fool and the Seven of Cups. So, all right, so maybe you're going to decide to do something new, try something different, and you're going to look at all the choices that you do have around you. You know, this could be in your job, in your life. And I think you're looking at it and you're like, okay, well, there's all these choices. And you don't want to be to the point where you're going to see so many different options and get overwhelmed by them. So you want to make sure that, you know, what you're homing in on is like doable for you. And whatever this new path that you're planning on taking, maybe it might have to do with this Ten of Cups energy. Like this happily ever after might have to do with this new path and everything else you're thinking of here. And maybe that's why the completion wasn't time for that, because you wanted to actually try something else. I don't know what aspect this is. It could be a relationship, could be your job, could be anything really. And it resonates with you. But, yeah. Take it how it resonates. And it might just be pieces of it. It's not like any one person's story, but it could be. Okay, we got, look at the bigger picture. And pain and faith. All right, we got to look at the bigger picture. I think we got that one. I've read pain before, but I'm going to read it again. This is kind of like, because it is a true feeling. It's like, don't discard it. Pain can feel like it's bigger than us. And it can come to us in many forms. It could be a physical, emotional, or psychological manifestation. Remember that after pain comes healing. How can you find healing and be gentle with yourself at this moment? All right. And faith. All right, so it's possible. I mean, there could be pain involved, you know, emotionally, mentally. I know what faith is. But it's just basically just have faith in your ideas. This card isn't really about belief in a higher power, although it has that part of your practice. If that's part of your practice, you're welcome to infuse it here. It's more about trusting that no matter what, things will be okay. This is an idea that's much larger than yourself or anyone else. Things are moving and shifting all the time, so just keep working toward your goal, whatever it may be, and know that the outcome will lead you exactly where you need to be. All right, well, that makes sense. So there may be pain, and I think that it comes to a lot of us in many different forms, but just have faith in your outcomes going to lead you where you need to be. All right. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed the reading, if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment if it resonates. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be seeing you in a couple weeks. Bye.